is the news on Tourism Afar. Our family TV program, Tourism Afar, is here with a bang. While speaking during the release of the tourism product a few weeks ago, Otumba Akinboboye pointed out that Tourism Afar is a weekly television program that focuses on knowledge application and fulfillment in relation to tourism and the creation and growth of the tourism industry in Nigeria and Africa. Tourism Afar, among other things, will showcase and expand upon the 52 products being presented by him. According to him, by featuring details about the tourism products in this program, it hopes to ensure that more people are exposed to the information on the tourism products, that such information is not solely reserved to those that have the opportunity to learn about them via the articles appearing in the media over this period of time, but also open to the general public. Otumba Akinboboye, who is the founder of La Campagne Tropicana Beach Resort in Lagos, La Campagne Tropicana Forest Hills and Caves in Ondo, founder, corporate guards, and many other establishments across Nigeria and Africa, said further that we are set to beam African culture, hospitality, and tourism to the world. Otumba Olawanle Akinboboye, whose organization, La Campagne Tropicana Beach Resort, got an allocation of a vast land space of 100 acres in Antigua and Barbuda to replicate his African themed resorts in the Caribbean, said that Tourism Afar will export the numerous cultures of Nigeria and Africa as a whole to the Caribbean, where a sizable number of Africans also dwell. Otumba Akinboboye assures that Tourism Afar will be educative and entertaining, and a required watch for anyone who is interested in tourism, whether as a spectator or a participant. That's the news on Tourism Afar. On the next segment of the show, we'll be bringing you a glimpse of the Minister of Tourism visit to La Campagne Tropicana Forest, Rivers, and Beach Resorts. Stay tuned.
So we have the only forest, river, and beach resort. Come with us.
performance was fantastic. I would pay to go and see her. It was fantastic. My sincere gratitude goes to the organizers for this gracious invitation, allowing us to immerse ourselves in the vibrant tapestry of Nigerian culture and heritage. Makapan Tropicana Beach Resort is a beacon of creativity and ingenuity, a testament to Nigeria's richness and diversity. Through its intricate presentation of architecture, cultural practices, cuisine, and entertainment, the resort encapsulates the essence of our unique identity, inviting visitors to discover and appreciate our heritage.
It was a great time hosting the Minister of Tourism at La Campagne Tropicana Beach Resort. Now we'll be taking you on a trip to experience a youth African tourism expedition and the journey of a yate entrepreneur. Stay tuned. We are here at La Campagne Tropicana Beach Resort, and I have exciting news for you guys today. So we just launched one of our products, Yate, Youth African Tourism Expedition. So Yate is about helping African youths to travel, tour in different ways, help them grow, help them explore, help them make money too. So we launched this program last month and we have our first group already. Like, look at them having fun. They are so relaxed, enjoying this African themed resort. Is that not exciting? So we're talking to our Yate entrepreneur. When I say Yate entrepreneur, one of the things I said earlier was we make money in Yate. So this particular person has seized this opportunity to, make money for himself. He's now a millionaire because with all these people, I guess you want to know how he did that. So we'll be welcoming Mr. Emmanuel. He's gonna, enlighten us how to, make money on Yate, pool money. So let's welcome Mr. Emmanuel. Mr. Emmanuel, you're welcome.
Welcome.
Yeah, so can you, we want to know more about you. Can you?
Okay, I'm Mr. Emmanuel, a fashion model, and I have some other things doing, like some other works doing, and I'm an entrepreneur.
So when we talk of Yate, so what can you tell us about Yate, and how did you, is it that you just sat in your house and you got to know about Yate? How did you meet Yate? Let's put it in that way.
Okay, I come about Yate like online when I saw their page. Like Yate helped the youth move away from their cage. Like come outside, explore, see how things are, feel nature, have a lot of fun, a lot of things doing. Like see around you what God have already blessed you with. Just like free yourself, be yourself. That's how I see.
Okay, so now let's go back to the money aspect, because I want to know how you are making that money, because I want to make money too. Yeah, so I want you to enlighten us how we could, make money, how to, get to this stage that you are right now. How do we bring in people? Just tell us how to make money on Yate especially.
Okay, actually it depends on how you want to stay. On the Yate basics, but actually we are getting a good rate of 50 per person. Yeah, 15 per person. So, and actually as the entrepreneur, I'm getting 20%. Yeah, and I brought in 20 people, so that means I'm earning like, let me say 200,000 for just these 20 people. So it's just like a simple, just like bring the people in and you have your percentage as an entrepreneur.
Wow, that's huge, Mr. Emmanuel. We are going to see after this interview so that you can give me my own, So wow, that's a very good rate. That's so. Are you saying that if you are paying 50,000 naira, you just have access to only Lakampine Tropicana Beach Resort, or you have different locations?
Actually, no. Actually, the money you are paying is just like they will get you a tent, breakfast, and some other amenities other things that are attached to it, like other things needed, like game to play, a lot of things to cook with, things to have fun with. Just like, not just like only you're attached to the tent is there where you can sleep, everything that will make you comfortable in your exploring.
We've known how you are making your money. So if we want to actually partake in this, because I have a lot of friends that, they've been disturbing me. They want to come to Lakampine Tropicana, and I can actually make money with that. So how would you advise my viewers out there, and, how to register to be a partaker of this beautiful enjoyment? How would you advise? Is there a website? Can you tell us, please?
Actually, you can reach out to Lakampine Tropicana, maybe on IG, or you go on www.lakampinetropicana.com and send an email to them and they will give you you just pay a little fee.
Okay.
Just to be an entrepreneur with the Lakampine Tropicana Resort.
So, Mr. Emmanuel, it was really nice talking to you. We hope to see more of you, and thank you so much. Thank you for bringing this beautiful group. We'll be expecting more groups from you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So that is it. You've heard from Mr. Emmanuel. If you want to be a partaker of this sweet, jolly money-making machine, Yate, you just have to, visit our website. You can go through our Instagram page. You can chat us up, send an email. We'll be so glad to have you in Lakampine Tropicana Beach Resort. We have a lot in stock for you. So stay tuned.
Welcome to Igbada Carnival 2024, home to the prestigious Nefertiti Queen of Africa beauty pageant, a celebration of beauty, grace, and the remarkable accomplishments of women of African ancestry. The winner of the Nefertiti Queen of Africa beauty pageant will be going home with 54 plots of land situated in all African countries across Africa, equity holdings in various African companies, a cash prize of $25,000, endorsement deals, modeling opportunities, hosting in luxurious resorts worldwide, a year's supply of clothes, shoes, makeup, and styling, opportunities to meet different African presidents, ambassadorship at large for Africa, business opportunities in organizations throughout the continent. Eligibility: contestants must be among the top 5 winners in an international beauty pageant. Contestants must be African or of African ancestry. Contestants must be between the ages of 18 and 30. Must not be married, a mother, or pregnant. Contestants must be in excellent physical and mental health. Contestants must possess good character and have no criminal record. Contestants must be at least a high school graduate with excellent communication skills. Contestants must not have tattoos or piercings. Contestants must be familiar with the vision and purpose of the Nefertiti Queen of Africa Beauty Pageant. To apply, send an email with evidence of your participation in any international beauty pageant, along with the full profile and 2 photographs. Wait for confirmation of eligibility. Upon confirmation, a registration form will be sent to you. Fill out the form, attach a photo and details of the beauty pageant you participated in, and submit. Step into the spotlight and join us at Igbada Carnival 2024. Embrace the opportunity to become the next Nefertiti Queen of Africa. Apply now and let your journey begin.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. On this segment, we're going to be talking with a huge fashion icon. His name is Mr. Alexei Banks. He's the president at Legendary Gold Limited. He's representing Africa, as we speak, on the World Fashion Organization. He's representing Africa on that board, and he is the only African on that board. Is that not really huge? Also, he has worked with UNESCO in major projects in Africa and all over the world. Join me as we welcome Mr. Lexi. You're welcome to our show.
Thank you very much for having me.
So how do you feel to be on this show?
Oh yes, I mean it's very lively. I'm a cultural activist. I'm a Pan-Africanist. I'm just looking at your set. This is beautiful. Congratulations.
So, sir, what motivated you to start promoting African fashion?
Okay. I've always been a Pan-Africanist. I've always believed in doing things that will project Africa positively around the world. You know, so naturally I started from Nigeria because I am Nigerian. And I came up with the idea of Nigeria Fashion Show, reorienting Nigerian designers to look inward, to look at fabrics, accessories, and designs, and reorienting Nigerians to wear Nigerian clothes. You know, because we strongly believed then, and with what we have done so far, it shows it is true. You know that the only way we can promote our dress culture that will be accepted around the world, it's getting us to look inward. There's no way you can say a local Nigerian designer, for example, will make suits that were better than what a Giorgio Armani would do. You know, so we need to be able to look inward, look at fabrics, accessories, and designs. And this is the only way we can change the narrative of what we have here. You know, and moving forward, you know, when we started promoting Nigerian designers abroad, they were very well welcomed, not because they were Nigerian designers or because they were very, but because they were showcasing things that are alien to Europe, to Asia, to America. You know, for example, when they look at the fabrics, they know it's something that they have never seen before. You know, so that is a big attraction. You know, and also that is brings about it shows it is economically viable also, because a lot of them want to buy it. You know, so we're coming from them.
That's really good. That's very, very good. So you know, being the only African right now on the World Fashion Organization, that's really huge. How did you feel when you 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 became one of the board? How did you
Yeah.
take it in?
Yeah, no, because we've done quite a lot. To God be the glory. I mean, we've promoted Nigerian fashion around the world. And at some point, we expanded to the whole of the continent. Because from the success story from Nigeria, Nigeria being the giant of Africa, it was obvious that the rest of the continent was only waiting for us to come. While we were promoting Nigeria then, I remember a lot of designers from all over the continent and in the diaspora would talk to us to say, we want to be part of this. But because it was called the Nigeria Fashion Show, it was not possible to bring the designers that are non-Nigerian. So we decided to expand our horizon to the rest of the continent. We decided to replicate the Nigerian success story. Because this replicating the Nigerian success story around the world was something we are partnering with UNESCO in Paris and with the African Union in Addis Ababa, to replicate the Nigerian success story, to the rest of the continent. So because we've done a lot, and for me, there's no big deal about anything. Because I remember when I was younger and I was thinking about promoting Nigerian designers, I told myself I want to be the one to take Nigerian designers to Paris, to Milan, to New York, to Tokyo, to the UK, everywhere in the world. I told myself, then, even though I've never been to an airport, I do not know what it means to be in Nigeria.
You just have to drive for it.
Yes. And I know it's something that is possible. I've never left Nigeria. I thought this was, and don't forget that I'm talking about as early as 1998. There was no internet then. So I didn't get inspired by anything, seeing things online like you youngsters will see this time and you connect with Facebook, with Instagram. We didn't have anything like that then. So just having that humble beginning, and all of a sudden, after 4 or 5 years, I started taking Nigerian designers around the world. And how did the World Fashion Organization come about? There was an important fashion meeting in Milan. Then the most powerful guy in fashion, his name is Boselli. And the World Fashion Organization had representative from every continent apart from Africa. And they had this big meeting and they were talking about they needed to get somebody in Africa that should be on the board, to represent Africa. And the president of World Fashion Organization, they mentioned me because we met in Los Angeles sometime, where I actually told them off. The meeting was arranged in Los Angeles then, and I asked him, so you are having the World Fashion Organization, and you have the rest of the world, and there's no Africa? They said yes. I said, as far as I'm concerned, there's no World Fashion Organization if there's no Africa. So they were taken aback. So, but when they went to make research about me, they discovered that I've done a lot of I've really promoted African fashion. That is one. So when they were having this big meeting in Milan, and the most powerful man in fashion was in a meeting, and they were talking about Africa. Coincidentally, when I promote designers in Milan, I partner with Camera della Moda. It's the fashion organization. It's one of the most powerful in the world. I mean, the two countries are countries are in fashion. They are France and Italy, and that is Milan and Paris. So when I organize my shows in Milan, they support us to promote African fashion. So good enough, they already know me. So when they met and they were taking these decisions, it was obvious I was going to be the one that, because there's no other person they want to talk to, on the continent. And for me, it was not a big deal. When they approached me and they appointed me, it was not a big deal because, my dream, my goals, my objectives, my aspiration are so high up there. So it was not really a big deal for me. But I would say, we are moving up with the task.
Embrace the call of the motherland with Igbada Carnival, uniting Africans and lovers of Africa worldwide to reconnect and celebrate the continent. From November 29th to December 8th, 2024, dive into the vibrant festivities at the breathtaking La Campagne Tropicana Beach Resort in Lagos, Nigeria. Experience the ultimate celebration at a 65-acre beach paradise, featuring a global carnival right on the beachfront. Savor a mile-long feast of African delicacies and marvel at the finest fashion and style from 54 African nations, accompanied by soul-stirring spoken word performances. Engage in thought-provoking discussions on Africa's wealth and potential at our symposium, and witness the prestigious O'Shea Awards, honoring an exceptional African in the diaspora with 21 chieftaincy titles from esteemed African kings. Feel the rhythm of the Africa International Music Festival, showcasing artists from every African country. Come and be captivated by the crowning of the Nefertiti Queen of Africa, a pageant celebrating unparalleled beauty and grace of the African woman. Unlock unique business opportunities and forge connections with fellow Africans in a stunning African-themed setting. Igbada Carnival is a powerful celebration of African Renaissance, offering endless possibilities for unity and progress. Proudly supported by the Nigerian Federal Ministry of Tourism, the Lagos State Ministry of Tourism, and the Ekiti State Government. Do not miss this extraordinary celebration of African culture and unity. For more information, visit our website at www.igbadacarnival.com. Igbada Carnival. Together for Africa.
So, sir, you've traveled around Africa, around the world. So, what can you tell us about Africa as a whole?
Africa is the best place to be in the world. Africa is the best continent. Africa is the future. Africa is everything. Like you said, I have been around the world. I have organized events in 37 countries in all continents in the world. So I'm telling you about places I've organized events. I'm not telling you about places I have visited. So that tells you I've visited more countries all over the world. So if I have traveled around the world and I have traveled widely across Africa, and I'm telling you that Africa is the future, you must take it to the bank. If you take that to the bank, it will yield dividends for you. So Africa is the future. Africa is a continent that is untapped. Africa is a continent that has so much to offer the world. And I am amused, amazed, and taken aback that the world is just realizing that now. We saw it 30 years ago, that Africa is the future. That is why we have invested a lot in Africa in terms of promoting Africa, our rich culture, in diverse fields. We have realized that long time. That's why we decided to invest here. We decided not to go and stay abroad. We just visit and do our thing and expose Africa. But we are here in Africa because we know Africa is the future. But the world is just realizing that now, and for those that realized it earlier, they are benefiting a lot already from Africa. For those that are just coming now, they still have a lot to benefit. So the smart ones, I'm telling them now, the smart ones should come now. Otherwise they'll be too late to come. So like I said, Africa is the future.
Yeah, see, Africa is the future because there are a lot of discoveries these days that just in Africa, really.
Yes. Yes.
So so you've visited La Campagne Tropicana. We are here, and we are really happy to have you. So I hope you are enjoying your stay, and
Of course, I am enjoying my stay. See this. I'm enjoying my stay.
So
I enjoy my red wine around the world, and I enjoy it here in La Campagne.
yes, of course. So what can you say about this African Twin Resort?
It's the first of its kind. And like I was telling Otumba Wanle Akingbeboye, it will remain like that. It's not going to change. Because if you follow his history, how this resort came about, a man that came from the United States left the whole of Lagos. Don't forget that Lekki was not even developed then. Do you understand? It was just Victoria Island, Ikoyi. And even at that time, those areas were not even developed. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then he left the whole of that area, left the whole of Lekki, drove what?
Miles.
Almost, I'm sure the roads, there were no roads to this place then. So he would have driven for like 5-6 hours to come here. And I've been coming here in the last 28 years.
Wow.
I have been coming here. Yeah. And where he camped the first time, he's still there. He was all by himself there. So I'm not surprised that a lot of people thought he was not normal. He was not sane. He was insane. Do you understand? Because it was abnormal. So somebody that would have done that over 30 years ago, you know, and he said at that time, I want to build an African teamed resort. So anybody that think they can do the same, I don't know what will happen. You know, so I was even discussing with him today and I said, nobody else can replicate this, you know, except you franchise it out around the world, which is already doing, you know, because we are building a resort now we are building resorts in the Caribbean. You know, we are going around the continent. We are going to do the same in Ethiopia. We are going to do the same in South Sudan. I was discussing with the Vice President of South Sudan a month ago and the Minister of Conservation and Tourism. And I was telling them about him, that we are coming to build, and they've already allocated location for us, because you know there's the Nile River in South Sudan that flows to Ethiopia, that flows to Egypt. You know, that's where we are looking at. You know, so we are going to take this around the world. And good enough, I mean, we've been together for over 30 years, you know, and now is the time, you know, because sometimes you just build, you walk and you walk and you walk and you build your global network for a purpose like this. Because at the end, it comes back here. You know, when we were doing what we were doing, we didn't know at some point we'll come back together to come and say, this is what we want to do. We want to replicate, you know, this brand that is so unique. You cannot find it anywhere in the world. It's only one in the world, you know, and everybody wants it. You know, I know when I talk about La Campagne to my friends all over the world, they all want to come. And most of them in the past have come with me. You know what I mean? You know, so this is where we want to be. And I mean, La Campagne, I saw it. I mean, I was telling a friend that the first time we started coming here, I was saying these were the only chalet that were here. I think there were like 5, the round ones, you know. There were like 5 at that time. And I remember then we'll come, we'll enjoy ourselves, we'll go, you know. And it just, the good thing about Otumba Akinboboye is, if you come today, even if you come tomorrow, something has changed. You know, he just keeps improving it. You know, he keeps coming up with new ideas, but they are all African inspired. Like you can never find anywhere else. You know, so La Campagne is in a world of its own.
Yeah.
You know, and La Campagne has already started inspiring the rest of the world and will continue to do that. You know, so I'm always home when I'm here. This is home for me. You know, yeah.
It was really a great privilege speaking with Mr. Lexi, and I am wowed. So this brings to the end of our show, Tourism Half Hour. Till next time, stay safe and keep touring. Thank you.